So YouTube, it's been a very long time since I've done a video. I've been doing a lot of stuff and been busy. I haven't been able to do anything. Um, I've been focused on a lot of other things that have been going on right now. But this video is well needed and a lot of people have asked about this video. The last video I did was the unboxing and updating of the Wismac RX 200. Today I'm going to talk about the different types of tanks, RDAs and stuff like that, and explain how they're different and how they work. For the people who are not exactly sure. So pretty much there's at least maybe four or five different types of toppers that you can put on a mod. Basic, usually everybody starts off with this, is a Subohm tank. Subohm tank would be anything that is a tank that you fill from the bottom or the top, and it has factory coils inside with preset ohm resistance and everything in the coils, like the TFE4. I have not gotten the TFE8 yet, unfortunately, but this is a Subohm tank. If I lift up this band so you can actually see inside, you can see the coil. It's a factory made coil. You can see the branding, the little thing that they write on the coil. It also will show you what the ohm resistance is on the side of the coil. This, I believe, is a quad coil. Yes, it is. This is a quad coil. You can see the little squigglies that are going in a line down the side. Those represent the coils. There's 4 coils inside of here, and it has a funky little design with these ones for the smock tanks. All the coils that are for smock will fit, I believe, on all, like the TFE4, TFE8. They should fit for both. It's manufactured for smock tank, but that's what this is. Pretty much, this tank, as you can see, it does say smock on the side up here. It's a little hard because of the angle of the lighting, but this is a Subohm tank. Then you have the option to turn your Subohm tank into an RBA setup. An RBA setup is a rebuildable atomizer. Pretty much, I have an RBA deck for my smock tank. I don't have it for any other tank, so I will show you what that is all about if I can find it. Here it is in the box. I took the sleeve off of it. Comes with like the fancy little sleeve. This is a box that came with a silver TFE4 that I had. I actually have it out, and that is the silver one. It's very nice. When you get the TFE4 tanks, I don't know if it's the same with the V8, but it comes with 2 silicone bands in black and 1 in red. The silver one was a smaller version it wasn't the full package, it was like a smaller version that just came with the coil and the tank. As you can see, it's a smaller box. All it came was 1 coil. It didn't come with anything besides 1 black silicone band. I did get the TFE4 in the black also, which is a bigger, excuse me, sorry, which is this one. It's bigger and it shows you these are the different things that come inside. This one actually came with an RBA deck. Comes with the triple coil, the quadruple coil, and the RBA deck, and the spare glass. I believe this is the black one. This is like the full Mac Daddy, you get everything in it. And then there's the smaller one that only comes with 1 factory coil and one silicone band that was in black for the stainless steel one. This is the black one. It came with the black and red silicone sleeve, and it has all of these beautiful things in there. But I will show you what the RBA is. It is a building deck. It's almost as if you are building for an RDA, which, you know, the fancy building decks with all the coils and the cotton. But this piece, which looks a lot like that coil, only it doesn't have the fancy cutouts on the sides because it doesn't have the cotton that's wrapped around the coil in the factory one. This one you're building on, and this screws in the same way you would screw on the factory coil. And you see there are little holes. There's 4 of them, because this is actually dual coil, which means 2. I also have one that is 1 coil, a single coil. I'm still trying to perfect how to even build a coil and install it on that thing. It's really ridiculous. But when you screw this top off, this is what it looks like. It's got dual coils. The screws are what holds it in place. When you tighten the screws, it pinches and will hold the coil in place. You put the coil, the ends of the coil that is sticking out, the long lines, which are called the legs of the coil, or the leads, will go. It's really hard to see, but you can kind of see right here, it goes underneath that screw, so when you screw it down, it's pushing it and holding it into place. Now, the wicking is the hardest part. I actually did do a tutorial video on how to properly wick this exact RBA deck in another video. If you look in my tutorial video, my tutorial playlist, you will find proper wicking for RBA deck, and it will show you how to properly wick. You have to make sure the cotton comes down into those 4 grooves that you saw, because when this is closed and in the tank, the juice is going to flow through and go into the little holes, saturates the cotton. You can tell by the way this one looks, it needs to be changed. The color of the cotton is dyed, the coils are black. That's a good sign when you know you should probably change it. Now, to clean, if you want, you don't have to automatically just replace your coils. You can, when you start getting a weird taste and you know you need to change something, you can always take the cotton out and put the tank on your mod without the rest, like disassemble, take apart the tank, leave just the base of the tank, this part, with the coil, the RBA deck screwed onto it, and have the rest exposed, and fire it up. I usually lightly blow on it, and it will dry burn the coils, and then you can just put new cotton in. Eventually the coils will start to look rusted and reddish brown. That is a good sign that you should probably change the coil itself altogether. I'm trying to find where I got this from. Okay, so that was a Subohm. Subohm is easy. It's a tank that has factory coils. For the TFE4 specifically, to be able to fill it is top fill. There's an arrow on the top of this, which once again you cannot see, but there's a tiny arrow that points into the direction that you need to swivel. It has a swivel top. And as you can see, there's that little slit. You stick the tip of whatever bottle you're using. Sometimes some bottles are harder than others. Right now I actually have coconut lime by Tomorrow Vapes in here. I have the cap on it, but it's screwed open so that way it's breathing, and I close it up and shake it when I go to use it, and I've been leaving them just open in my drawer in a dark area. and it's got a nice little color to it. It's starting to turn a yellowish color, which means it's steeping really good, but that's what's in here. It's awesome. Now, the second one is an RTA. An RTA or RDTA, it's almost like an RBA and RDA put together. And it's like this. This is the avocado. Pretty much you can see right away there's a chamber in the bottom, and you can see there's cotton that is coming in, that's, you know, poking into the chamber. You pull the top off, and look at this. The top is just like an RDA. The only difference is that the cotton is now going straight down into this little chamber that will be holding your juice. So it's just like you're dealing with an RDA, only you have more of a juice supply than an RDA, so you don't have to drip on it every couple of puffs. It's very convenient. It has the same power and the same feel as an RDA. Subohm tanks, RBA tanks, setups usually don't have as much power as an RDA does. So I like this because I go down milligrams. I'm on 1.5, and for some reason I'm still trying to get used to it. I was on 3 milligrams, and I went down, and I'm still trying to get that chest sensation. So I've been vaping 60/40 and using RDAs and RTAs for vaping. This is my Fuchai. Still don't know how the hell to pronounce it, but works exactly the same. See? It's just like an RDA, only there's a juice supply underneath. This is the avocado. It's authentic. It's the same thing with the coils, just like an RBA deck if you want to clean it, like this one. I just recently did it. It's gonna be black, but when it starts, you start seeing like a tar buildup on your coil, and you're starting to taste burnt, crappy taste. That's when you should try and dry burn it. As you can see, the cotton is nice and clean. I just did it. The coils are nice and perfect. Nothing needs to change about that. There's the avocado as an RTA. There's also the limitless, which I really personally like, and actually have my eye on one. It has the same formation with the chamber in the bottom and the RDA deck on the top. It just has a different design. It looks more like a bandana type of design with the little swirly things and all this other stuff, and then, you know, the limitless symbol that they have for their logo. And it comes in black, it comes in red. I really like the red and the black one, both. But back to business, you can get the RTAs that I know of is the avocado, there's the limitless that I have my eye on, and there's also the Therum. The Therum as well is an RTA. I did do a review on the Therum. You can find that in my review playlist, and I show you the structure of it. It's a tad bit different because they tried to be all creative with it and the structure inside, but it's still the same idea. They have the chamber at the bottom, the coil at the top. The only thing is it's only a single coil. One side is completely blocked off, and then you build on one side. So it's very strange. It's very hard to work around. I don't prefer the Therum. It had a big name because it was by Wismac and it matched the RX with the tail and the white, but the functionality of it and the maintenance that you have to do with it to be able to just fill the tank is ridiculous. With an RTA, especially the avocado, I've noticed, you need airflow while you're filling it. There are 4 holes where the cotton is going straight down into the chamber. I suggest you get something like a poker or your drill bit that you might use to wrap your coils with, like this. And what I do is I usually go into the hole and I push and open up. Alright, I got a phone call. I apologize. So back to what I was saying. You need airflow when you go to fill this RTA. What I do, like I said, is I go and I take my poker and I will push the cotton to the side and open up one of the holes, and then I open up another hole. You need an airflow when you're dripping into it. You need this is extremely hard to fill the tank with. It will overflow and drip all over your mod, potentially ruining it by getting inside. What you really need are either dripper bottles, which have the glass thingy, or one of these tips. You need one of those type of tips to be able to fill in the RTA. It's a lot easier. When the two holes are open and you're putting it in, it creates like air bubbles inside. When you have the two holes open and you're filling it, it allows the air to flow through and it fills it completely without any air pockets in between where like the cotton is coming down in 4 spots in between each space, like in between the space of the cottons will have the air holes. So pretty much what I do is I just open up the holes, let the air flow through, and it should fill flawlessly. But on to the next is the RDA. Now if you're confused about how to build on an RDA because it's your first time, I'm going to screw this off so I'm able to take the top off completely for you. But I'm going to put this one down. I'm going to put my RDA, wow that dripped. Alright, so I'm putting my RDA on. This is a Mutation V4. This is a Mutation V4. This is an RDA. And you just pop the top off and there you go. Some of them will have 4 posts, some have 3, some have 2, some have none. They're all different, they're all shaped different, they're all built in different ways. Pretty much this is what yours should look like when you need to clean it. You can't really see, I don't know why, the window's wide open, but yeah, this is, I have a tutorial as well on how to build and how to pretty much use the RDA, whatever. So the RDA, it's pure power. Let me show you. It looks like the wick is still wet, so it won't, well, it needs to be cleaned anyway, but it does the same thing. This is 75 watts. But that's pretty much an RDA. If you want to know how to build on the RDA, I have a video for that and tutorials as well on how to build coils 2 different ways and how I wick them, which is putting the cotton through. So if you have any issues or you're confused by anything that I said in this video, you can always comment below, and I can clarify anything you need to know. If you have any more requests for videos that you would like to see on my page, please let me know. So far I've been getting a lot of support from people, which is awesome. So that feels really great, but I also wanted to update you on something a little bit personal and why it's been taking so long, and just to warn you on things that maybe you might notice in the future. This is more of a personal thing. I just wanted to let you know in case all of a sudden you're confused one day. I'll explain. If you haven't noticed, a lot of people see me as part of the gay community. I'm noticeably female, but through my voice and everything, but I don't dress female. Um, I do wear chest binders and stuff, other personal things. I am transgendered. Um, I am female as of right now, fully pre-T. I have an appointment September 12th at a transgendered health program that is in Boston near Fenway, because that's my area. If you're from Boston, you might know of Fenway Health. They have a transgendered program, and I am going to be starting testosterone treatments within the next couple of months. My first appointment is September 12th. So I just wanted to warn you guys, because if I'm going to continue to do this review channel, which I believe I am, you might notice changes all of a sudden randomly where my voice might be a little deeper, or you might start noticing my face is starting to change. The structure is going to become more sharp and masculine. I'm going to start growing facial hair. Things are going to start changing. My body's going to start changing. I've been doing workouts and exercises and jogging and all this other stuff to be more in shape and fit. So you might even notice a little bit of a bulking of muscle over time. My dog is up my butt right now, literally. He's up my butt. Chewing on his butt, by the way. Poppy, say hi to the camera. See, he's so nice, right? He's 11 years old, and he's old. 11 years old, not yet 11 years young. He is a pain in my booty, but I still love him. But if anybody here is curious about what it's like for transgendered people, or if you are transgendered and you're just too afraid to be open about it, and it's something that you've hidden for so long, like I've been like this since I was about 6 years old, as far as I could remember. If you need any guidance or just want to see what it's like to live in that lifestyle type of thing or whatever, I have another channel that is, if you search up Chris Rose, I might put a link to my YouTube channel or whatever, but if you type in Chris Rose, C-R-I-S, and then Rose, it should pop up. You'll see a picture of me, you'll notice the haircut, you'll notice it's me. I go through, I'm doing a video going through my journey as pre-T transgendered male, and then once I start my testosterone treatments, I will be doing a separate, it's going to be in the same channel, but I'm creating playlist, FTM, which is female to male vlog, is my playlist right now, with all my videos of updates and unboxings of prosthetic pieces and all of the stuff that makes you awkward, pretty much. Once I start testosterone, I'm going to make a new playlist of updates being on testosterone. If I notice any changes within the weeks, I will post them up. Comparing pre-T to maybe a week on T or 3 weeks, and I'm going to do a monthly comparison of my body, of my voice, of my facial hair, of everything. So if you're interested in that and just want to look at it, you can search for it on YouTube. You can subscribe. That'd be great. I have no subscribers. I just started and I have a couple videos up. Not getting a lot of action on that page. So if you guys are curious, or if you are, or you know someone who is, you're dealing with someone who is, your partner may be transgendered and you may be having a difficult time coping with the situation and how it's like, being nervous, what to expect, stuff like that, what's going on in their head, why are they acting this way before testosterone, why are they being so mean, anything like that, all those questions can be answered on my page. So Chris Rose, if you want to check that out, right there, Chris Rose. So if you want to check that out, you can. Again, I covered topics today of our Subohm tanks, RBA tanks, RTA tanks, and RDAs. If there's anything that you want to request a video to be made of, please let me know. I still haven't done a review of my Lassimo, surprisingly. I need to do that. I keep forgetting because, like I said, I've been going through a lot of appointments and doing a lot of physical activity trying to get myself healthy and in shape for when this transition starts. So that's why I've been kind of down low. But once again, you know, vape on, vape Boston, vape happy, yo. And check out Tomorrow Vapes. I know I'm a nag with Tomorrow Vapes, but we have awesome flavors that you guys have not seen, and there's more that are going to be added that are older formulas that have been revised and added, since we can't add any new flavors, and we're adding discontinued flavors back on because of the FDA. But so far we've got a lot more new flavors that, you know, are really good, like revised old flavors basically. Check them out. We got buttered popcorn now. We have Bavarian cream and stuff like that. I'm actually getting a package in tomorrow in the mail with all of those flavors because I have yet to try those discontinued flavors because they were before I started working for them. So, and they've been revised too, so I want to see how good they are and have that, you know. Maybe I'll find a new all-day vape. But like I said, I'm doing coconut lime right now. It's awesome. It's got a nice tangy citrus with just a slight coconut in the background to smooth it over. Even coconut lovers don't actually like this vape. So if you're kind of like, I don't really like coconut vapes, trust me, this one is not coconut based. It's a back note that just smooths it over, and it's pretty much like, if you like any type of citrus vapes, it's good for you. So I guess I'll see you next video. Let me know if there's anything, any questions, any requests, anything. I don't care. You want to do a Q&A, ask me a question. I'll be completely honest. You guys don't really know much about me. So it'd be nice to do a Q&A video of me, like just personal, like where were you born? What is this? What is that? What do you like? Do you like this? Do you drink that? Do you vape this? Whatever. Be honest, be open. I'm 100% honest, but I'm going to cut the video because it's getting really, really long. So peace.